Hello everyone, welcome to the session. This is the part 2 of Logstash and email server integration. In last session we saw how to send the static email and we completed the integration successfully. So in this session we are going to see few extra things like how to trigger email based on a particular condition and how to use dynamic value in the email and how to use HTML body. In last session, we used the text body. Now in this session, we will see how to use the HTML body. So let's begin our session. Now let's see the configuration files. So there would be three files. One is the logstash configuration, the CSV file and the filebit configuration file. There is no change in the filebit configuration file. This is exactly same configuration file which we have used in the previous video in the part 1. This is I have taken from the previous session and made some changes for the current session. Everything from here to here is same. The only modification I have done in the output plugin, email output plugin for this particular session. Let me show you what modification I have made. So this is the conditional statement I have added. So in the previous session, the email was getting triggered for every event we received from the file beat. What I mean is if you have a 3 lines in the CSV file, then FileBeat will send the 3 event to the Logstash and Logstash will trigger the 3 email. But in this session, we are using particular condition. So if that condition is fulfilled, then only our email would be triggered by the Logstash. And the condition is if this field tags in the event contains this value CSV parse failure, then only email should be triggered. And this value is added when your CSV parsing is failed. So if CSV parsing is failed for any of the line, then Logstash will trigger the mail. If CSV parsing is successful, then Logstash will not trigger the mail. We are using the dynamic value in the email body or in the subject. In the previous session, we used the static values, but in this session, we are using the dynamic values. Dynamic value means we are fetching the values from the event which FileBeat send it to the Logstash. How to fetch the values from event? So this is the way to fetch the value from event. You need to use the percent and then this curly braces and the field name present in the event. Here in the body, in the HTML body, I am using this value of message. In the subject, I am using the value of tags field present at position 1. Tags is basically the array and I am fetching value present at the index 1. So this is percentage curly braces. So this is how you can fetch the value from the array. So this is how you can use the values from event and HTML body. And this tag I have added for this session. In the part 1, we used the only body. So body is used only for sending the text email. But if you want to use the HTML tags, then you will have to use the HTML body tag. So this is the extra thing I have added for this particular session. So we can use the HTML tags. So I have used h3 and the p paragraph and the Gmail client apply this text on the text so that we will see in the demo. Now let's start our FileBeat and Logstash server and see the how it works. So this is the Logstash. I have launched the Logstash win folder in the CMD. So let's start. The command is same as we discussed in the part 1. So I'm pressing enter. By the time this server is started, let's also start the FileBeat. This is the FileBeat path. The command is let's press enter. Now let's wait for both these server. So FileBeat is started. Let's see the Logstash. Yeah, so now you can see the server is started. Server is started, but we are not able to see any data in the console here because there is nothing present in our CSV file. So let's add the data in the CSV file and see if we are getting the email or not. So first let's see our Gmail, if any email present there or not. So this is my Gmail, and you can see this is blank at the moment. Now I'm going to add the CSV data in the CSV file. So we are using this data. Now let's add this data in the CSV file. Save this. Here we have 4 lines in the CSV file, so we will get the 4 event on the Logstash console. So let's check those. Yeah, so you can see the events on the console. We have got 1, 2, 3 and 4 events on the console. So there would be 2 events which will have the CSV parse failure value in the tags field. This one and this one, because the Logstash is not able to parse 2 lines present in the CSV file. Those lines are the first one and the third. Double quote is missing. Here you can see in the first and the third line. I've done this deliberately for the demo purpose. So for these 2 lines, the CSV parse failure value in the tags field would be present in the event, and for these 2 lines the email would be triggered. For line second and fourth, the email would not be triggered because these 2 lines got parsed successfully by Logstash, and there is no CSV parse failure value present in the tag field. This is the event for the failed line. So you can see the tags having this value, and this is the successful one. You can see in the tags there is no CSV failure value. So the Logstash will trigger the 2 emails based on this condition. So the email would be sent based on this condition. So the email would only be triggered for those events which are having this value in the text field. So let's see the Gmail if we have got 2 emails or not. Yeah, you can see we have got 2 emails for this for the line 1 and this for line 3. So our integration and the result is expected. Now you can see something in bold also, because in the HTML body we have used the h2 tag, and for this message value we have used the paragraph. So the HTML body is also working fine. This message we have taken from the event. So let's see that. So in the event you can see the message field, you can see here, which we have used in the email output. So we have discussed all 3 points. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.